Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP reaffirms commitment to defend West Philippine Sea. 14th IB unearths NPA armed cache in southern Leyte. LTO various groups join hands to reclaim Marilake from Kamote riders. PBBM urges government workers to ensure funds are spent wisely.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Monday, February 3, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our news, the Armed Forces of the Philippines firmly supports President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in defending the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity, vowing not to yield any part of the Philippine territory to foreign powers. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. condemned the illegal and aggressive actions of the China Coast Guard and People's Liberation Army Navy, including harassment of Philippine vessels and interference with fishermen. He emphasized that these actions violate international law and threaten regional stability. With the President's support, the AFP continues to strengthen its defense posture, enhance self-reliant capabilities, and deepen security partnerships.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Government forces successfully recovered a new People's Army armed cache in Barangay Buakdaku, Sogod, Southern Leyte yesterday. Troops from the 14th Infantry Avenger Battalion under the 802nd Infantry Brigade retrieved an M16 rifle, a short magazine, and subversive materials during intensified operations against the NPA remnants in the region. The operation's success was attributed to intelligence provided by former rebels and their brigade's friends rescued engagement through their Free Families program, which fosters community cooperation in counterinsurgency efforts. Brigadier General Noel Vestuer commended the troops and urged the remaining NPA members to surrender and take advantage of the government's amnesty program and return to a peaceful life with their families.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear some news from Spencer Ross about AFP joins Civis Ultra Gravel Challenge 2025.
Endurance, strength, and unity. That's what Ultra Gravel showcased on its second challenge that's bigger than ever for 2025. This thrilling gravel cycling event took off on February 2 at New Clark City, Capas Tarlac.
Rofh, this challenge is a gravel-specific series of events that promote cycling by providing gravel bikers with a long-distance adventure ride event with a minimum distance of 50 kilometers within a different cut-off period time. This year's challenge participated by a total of 660 cyclists from different walks of life across the country. The said event also aims to promote unity in line with the current tension on the territorial waters. According to Arnel Marcelo Andal, one of the event organizers, they wanted to support the government on its campaign on the West Philippine Sea.
Maybe we could do an event for the soldiers and to raise awareness sa West Philippine Sea. It's an advocacy man and I believe in it. So, importante po kasi na kailangan po mamulat ang Pilipino na ito po'y hindi karapatan lang, kundi atin talaga.
For Mr. Ron Sadang, he was inspired by the military men serving his country, especially those currently assigned in the West Philippine Sea.
Yung kanina na pinresent yung mga sundalo na nagbabantay sa West Philippine Sea, sobrang emotional para doon sa mga sundalo sundalo na nagbabantay sa atin para sa West Philippine Sea. Sana ipagpatuloy nyo yung sikap, tiyaga, at huwag kayo mawala ng pag-asa. To all Filipinos, sana magkaroon tayo ng sense of nationalism.
Furthermore, for Mr. Lian Cruz, it was an opportunity to showcase the beauty of the North and Central Luzon where Ultra Gravel Challenge took place. And it was a priceless experience for him, having military presence on the area.
I think one of the things that really inspired us to join the Ultra Gravel event is they created a platform where people can enjoy the outdoors. We all know NCC, New Clark City. We all know this venue, but we seldom do people know about the nature beside us. Being in front of the race, seeing our men and women in uniform taking care of everyone else behind me deserves some appreciation. So for our friends, our men and women in uniform, thank you so much for making me feel safe.
On the other hand, according to Colonel Prancer Padilla, AFP spokesperson, the Armed Forces of the Philippines is beyond grateful to the organizers, cyclists, and all those who supported the said event to showcase its support to the West Philippine Sea. She also expressed that the AFP will never get tired to uphold its mandate, which is to protect the sovereignty of the country. Moreover, Rofh, according to the organizers, they will add up some extra spice on the next challenge.
This is Spencer reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Spencer Ross.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For other updates, the 801st Infantry Brigade, acting on a tip from locals, launched a combat operation in Barangay Calapi, Mosyong, Samar. Troops from the 83rd Division Reconnaissance Company engaged 4 members of the NPA Special Operation Group in a 10-minute firefight, forcing the insurgents to retreat. No government casualties were reported, while bloodstains at the scene suggested enemy injuries. The operation led the seizure of firearms, explosives, medical supplies, and subversive documents. Authorities believe the insurgents were planning attacks against former rebels and civilians who withdrew support from their group.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. emphasized the crucial role of soldiers in implementing the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept during his visit to the 9th Infantry Division in Camarines Sur. CADC integrates internal security with the territorial defense to protect Philippines sovereignty, including its 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. General Browner expressed confidence in the troops' ability to end local insurgency and shift focus to national defense. He also highlighted 9th ID's key role in securing the 2025 elections while continuing counter-insurgency efforts in southern Luzon. More updates from Shah about Quezon Huskers joint team building at 2nd Infantry Division.
Yes, Rofh. The Quezon Huskers basketball team alongside Infanta Vice Mayor Lord Arnel Ruanto visited the 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division at Camp Kapinpin, Tanay Rizal yesterday for a team building activity. Led by Major General Cerillo Balauro Jr., the team explored military life through a static display showcasing the division's operations and equipment. The event concluded with a boodle fight, fostering camaraderie and resilience values crucial in both the military and sports. This is Shaina Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Sam.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 6th Field Artillery Battalion successfully completed a tree pruning initiative at Camp Yongko, Maguindanao. The project aimed to improve safety and enhance the camp's surroundings by trimming overgrown branches and clearing debris. With support for the 6th Installation Management Battalion, the initiative ensured a cleaner and safer environment for all personnel. The effort highlights the unit's commitment in maintaining a well-kept and secure military facility.
DWDD National News.
And now for our national news, the death of a motor vlogger after a dangerous motorcycle stunt on Marilake Road in Rizal last month has sparked awareness on the necessity of road safety. Land Transportation Office Chief Assistant Secretary Attorney Vigor Mendoza and Senator J.V. Hercito led hundreds of motorcycle riders representing various bikers clubs on a motorcade aimed at reclaiming Marilake Road from undisciplined and abusive motorcycle riders, or locally referred to as kamote riders. Mendoza said the Make Marilake Road Safe Again is also supported by the private sector and corporate groups. They expressed commitment to support more education and training for motorcycle riders.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let us hear from Sena about 89 ROTC cadet officers complete qualifying course in Sorsogon.
903rd Infantry Brigade Executive Officer Lieutenant Colonel Cliff Chester L. De Ocampo personally congratulated the ROTC cadet officers during the closing ceremony of the Cadet Officers Qualifying Course held at Camp Lieutenant Colonel Emetario Funes Sitio Mandaan, Bibingkahan, Sorsogon. A total of 89 ROTC cadet officers comprising of 54 males and 35 females from various campuses in the province of Sorsogon successfully completed the qualifying course training. The program tested their physical endurance, strengthened their mental fortitude, and honed their leadership skills, preparing them for greater responsibilities in their respective school ROTC program. This achievement marks a significant milestone in their journey towards military orientation phase. The training conducted by 505th CDC 5 RCDG under Major Gilbert Bragais, the CDC Director, serves a strong foundation, equipping them with the values and competence as cadet officers ready to lead the core of ROTC in the province. This is Sena from Sulcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sena from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
President Fred Marcos Jr. urged the government workers to help his administration ensure that the funds allocated to the respective offices are spent wisely. This comes amidst criticism of the 2025 national budget. In a speech during the One Development Academy of the Philippines graduation ceremony, the president asked the 661 graduates to be stewards of transparency and good governance. He also added that his administration is working to ensure that the government budget and spending shall help improve the lives of the people and propel the nation to greater heights.
DWDD National News.
Micro, small, and medium enterprises should be taken into consideration before making a decision on the proposed 200 pesos daily wage increase. Labor Secretary Bienvenido Ledesma said that out of the more than 1 million enterprises in the Philippines, more than 95% are MSMEs. Ledesma clarified that DOLE is not opposing the wage hike. Instead, Ledesma said that they are providing scenarios on what could be the impact of this amount in terms of the employment level, the inflation rate, and gross domestic product.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Jai about AFP commemorates National Hijab Day, promotes inclusivity.
Yes, Rofh, the Armed Forces of the Philippines Peace and Development Office, led by Captain Norsal de Mapuro, marked World and National Hijab Day with a dialogue at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City, emphasizing the significance of Senate Bill No. 1272 and House Bill No. 5693. Muslim journalist Princesa Habiba Sari Paudak and Director Samira Gotok joined the event where non-Muslim women soldiers wore hijabs in solidarity with the Muslim community. Captain Dimaporo highlighted AFP PDO's role in advocating for hijab-wearing rights in the military, reinforcing its commitment to inclusivity and peace efforts across the country. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jai.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, establishments cannot refuse to provide benefits and privileges to persons with disabilities due to issues on identification cards. Department of Justice Undersecretary Raul Vasquez said denial and withholding PW benefits and privileges solely because the authenticity of the PW ID card can't be verified at the time of presentation does not comply with existing laws and implementing rules and regulations. Vasquez stressed that such denial constitutes a violation of the rights of PWDs to avail themselves of benefits and privileges. He also pointed out that a perusal of RA 10754 and its IRR revealed that verification of a PWD ID card is not required before the benefits and privileges may be availed of by a PWD.
DWDD National News.
Canlaon volcano remains at alert level 3, indicating high volcanic activity with a possibility of a sudden hazardous eruption. In its latest observation bulletin, PHIVOX recorded 2 ash emissions, each lasting 3 to 4 minutes. A total of 11 volcanic earthquakes were detected, including 2 volcanic tremors of similar duration, it noted. The agency also observed continued inflation or swelling of the volcano, which could indicate magma movement beneath the surface.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Joanne about NPA Vice Commander surrenders in Cagayan.
A high-ranking official of the New People's Army operating in Cagayan Valley voluntarily surrendered to joint forces of the police and military in Lalo, Cagayan on Sunday, February 2, 2025. The surrenderee, identified only by his aliases Karani, Arman, Bago, Peping, and Kulot, Vice Commander of the NPA's Kilusang Revolucionario Cagayan Valley or Comprob Cagayan under the Henry Abraham Command, was listed as 4th highest in the periodic status report on threat group watch list for the last quarter of 2024 and number 1 regional most wanted person. The former NPA leader also led authorities to the location of a cache of weapons and explosive, which includes a 95 piece of 9mm dynamite, 2 improvised explosive devices, an IED hand grenade, a hand grenade MK2 fragment, 29 bullets of caliber M16 rifle, 4 M14 rifle magazines, an ammunition drum, 2 bandoliers, a K3 semi-automatic rifle, and other guns alongside personal belongings. Karani was earlier indicted for robbery with arson, violation of the Anti-Terrorism Act, a separate robbery and robbery with arson, murder, attempted murder, and malicious mischief. He was placed under the custody of the 2nd Cagayan Provincial Mobile Force Company while waiting for his transfer to the court of origin of the charges against him. This is John Sagao reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from NOLCOM.
DWDD National News.
Social media commentators and personalities have been invited as resource persons to the first hearing of the House Joint Committee in its investigation into the spread of fake news and disinformation in the country. The list includes Malu Tikia, Jose Yumang Sonza, Sas Rogando Sasot, Lorraine Marie Tablang Baloy Partosa, and Lord Byron Cristobal, or known as Banat B. Santa Rosa City Lone District Representative Don Fernandez, overall chairperson of the TRICOM, stressed that the hearings will examine how disinformation spreads online, its impact on public perception and national security, and the measures needed to combat it. He also added that the inquiry seeks to identify weaknesses in existing laws and policies governing the digital platforms and to propose solutions to ensure the public has access to accurate and reliable information.
DWDD National News.
Magsasaka Party List nominee Leon De La Cruz is now safe and receiving treatment at the hospital. De La Cruz survived an assassination attempt and alleged abduction in Cainta, Rizal yesterday, February 2. According to the Magsasaka Party List, unidentified persons riding 2 motorcycles and a gray-colored sedan opened fire on the vehicle carrying De La Cruz at around 11 a.m. in Cainta, Rizal. It added that De La Cruz managed to escape, but he was chased by the gunman and became missing until around 4 p.m. It was Sunday evening when Vice President of the National Federation of Labor, L.A. San Fernando, confirmed that De La Cruz is alive.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Bea about Philippine defense official leads delegation to ASEAN security meeting.
Yes, Rofh, the Department of National Defense Assistant Secretary Marita Ayoro led the Philippine delegation to the ASEAN Defense Senior Officials meeting and ADSOM Plus working groups in Penang, Malaysia. Discussion focused on advancing regional security and cooperation, particularly in maritime security and capacity building. Yoro highlighted the Philippines' initiatives, including the ADMM guidelines for maritime interaction and ADMM-wide education and training exchanges. On the sidelines, she met with counterparts from ASEAN and key partner nations to strengthen defense ties. This is Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
Forces Radio.
More updates from Shai. Government MILF panels advance peace process agreements.
Good afternoon. The government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front have reached key agreements on normalization, amnesty rollout, and security deployment following the 36th meeting. Presidential Peace Advisor Carlito Galvez Jr. said the discussions focused on implementing the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro and sustaining peace in the region. Agreements include a new monitoring system for normalization, phased decommissioning of MILF combatants, small arms management, and the rollout of amnesty applications. The panels also agreed on Armed Forces of the Philippines redeployment and revitalizing the international monitoring team to further strengthen the peace process. This is Shai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shai.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have humid and warm weather due to the easterlies. Pag-asa said the easterlies will also affect Caraga and Davao region, where cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms would prevail. Meanwhile, amihan will prevail in Batanes, where overcast skies with light rains are likely. Weather specialist Benison Estareja said Luzon and most parts of the country will have generally fair weather in the next 24 hours.
DWDD National News.
2 international cruise vessels made port calls at key destinations in the country in January this year. The Philippine Ports Authority sees this as a good sign for a stronger cruise tourism sector this year. PPA General Manager J. Daniel Santiago said to support the growing cruise tourism industry, they are investing in new and improved port infrastructure. There are also notable projects which include construction of dedicated cruise terminals in Coron, Aklan, and Camiguin, as well as a cruise ship port in Puerto Galera Oriental, Mindoro.
Forces Radio.
Let's hear a report on the ground about Philippine Air Force dominates first Air Sentinel Invitational Football Tournament. Going for the details, Kat.
The first Air Sentinel Invitational Football Tournament, hosted by Tactical Operation Wing West, concluded yesterday after 2 days of intense competition. The event, part of TAWEST 52nd Founding Anniversary celebration, highlighted skill, teamwork, and sportsmanship. The Philippine Air Force football team emerged as champions in the Unified Personnel category, while PAF Football Club secured the top spot in the Football Club category. TAWEST Commander Brigadier General Eric Q. Escarcha emphasized the importance of teamwork and unity both in sports and in national service. This is Kat reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kath.
Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Meljoy of First Year G about JTUP showcases military camaraderie in 2025 Panagbenga Festival Parade.
Yes, Rofh, demonstrating unity and commitment to community engagement, personnel from Joint Task Unit Panagkaykaysa, led by Colonel Renante M. Salvador, Infantry General Staff Corps Philippine Army, commander of this unit, and partner organizations such as Youth for Peace, participated in the 2025 Panagbenga Festival Parade, embracing this year's theme, Blossoms Beyond Boundaries. The parade, officially opened by Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, commenced at Panagbenga Park, South Drive and culminated at Melvin Jones Grandstand. The event showcased a vibrant display of floral floats, cultural performances, and a collective spirit of various sectors in the community. Alongside local government units, local government agencies, and non-governmental organizations, JTU Panagkaykaysa's participation underscored the military's dedication to fostering strong relationships with the public while promoting cultural appreciation. The Panagbenga Festival is a highly anticipated annual event in Baguio City, continues to strengthen national pride and unity. The active involvement of military personnel in such celebrations highlights the armed forces' commitment to nation building beyond their core duties. This is Meldry Nasho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoy from First Year G.
DWDD National News.
The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines is investigating the helicopter crash in Guimba, Nueva Ecija, which resulted in the death of a female pilot. Initial reports said that the helicopter with registry number RPC3424 departed Manila on February 1, then dropped off a passenger in Baguio. The helicopter then took off for Binalonan to refuel, where officials said that the pilot had trouble restarting the engine prior to taking off. The Philippine Aeronautical Rescue Coordination Center detected 6 emergency locator transmitter alerts between 7:04 p.m. and 7:14 p.m. Authorities later confirmed that the helicopter crashed in Purok, Arimongbong, Barangay San Miguel.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.